Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your fearless leader.
You got it, dude.
Let's go.
All right. And here we go.
Welcome back to the Here We Go podcast. I am your host, Trent Gang. You all know Colin Phillips, and DMC3 is on with us as well. Permanent fixture now, DMC3.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Colin, how you doing today?
Hey, not too bad, man.
Not too bad. Well, how you guys feeling after Baltimore week? We get a victory.
Great. I mean, this Baltimore's just not that good. Let's just be honest.
They're not good.
So I don't know, man. Like the Steelers are just they're another Jekyll and Hyde team. I think they're 3-5 in their last 8 games, and their wins are okay. I guess the teams that they've beat, like they're not. It's not like they're beating top teams. I mean, I guess their best win against top teams is when the Colts were like considered a good team, but now I don't know how to look at that. So huge. I mean, it's a good big win. Now they got the division. It's theirs to lose. So okay.
Yeah.
But I'm happy they won, but like it's not like we're gonna run the table or any of that shit. No. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I had talked about it last week with Trent. I mean, you guys all, I think everybody who follows me on Twitter and talks to me on a fairly consistent basis knows I would prefer to lose. I'd prefer to lose out. But there's some things that I did see with that game that actually kind of gives a little bit of positive energy, for lack of a better term. So,
I mean, the good thing, we're in first place in the division. We're in the driver's seat at this point. I kind of thought this thing was, in my opinion, I was building this thing as if it was going to be to decide the division. And that's just kind of the way it felt going into this. And to get a win in Baltimore, no matter what the team looks like, is a big deal because we struggle there. Very rare do we come out of Baltimore with a win. So I thought that was important. And we handled business. Still didn't look great. So let's start out. We had a ton of injuries in this thing. A lot of guys went down. Malik Harrison, concussion. Darnell Washington goes out with a concussion. We lose Andres Pete with a concussion. Bunch of guys kind of banged up in this thing. We're not going to know who's back this week because they're not practicing on schedule because it's a Monday night game. But hopefully we start to see some guys. Duggar, specifically. Derek Harmon sounds like he's got a potential to play in this one. That's the big one because, God, the run defense was awful.
Those two, Duggar and Harmon, are the guys you got to see a comeback. In my opinion. Yeah. You're right. Harmon, I mean, when he's not in there, the run game's atrocious. So, yeah.
Yep. Saw this color rush unis for the Miami game. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
I think we always wear those on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think those are like our Monday night uniforms.
They're my favorite one. I think they're awesome.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. I love the color rush uniforms.
I love it. I love the color rush.
Got us hanging up.
I think if Tomlin had balls, he'd put the yellow helmets with them, but we won't see that.
Yeah,
probably.
no, I don't know why they don't do that either. I think that's
very strange.
I don't know.
Saw something else. There's some rumors that maybe the gold end zones come back and make an appearance in this one. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but that'd be pretty cool. I think everybody seems to like the gold end zones.
Well, the Christmas game's on the road this year, so that's in Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it'll be good to see. I mean, primetime against a team that, it's funny, it's a team that 10 weeks ago I thought was probably going to get the first overall pick. But somehow they're in like 9th place in the playoff race now. very, very grotesque there. I still think they have I still think they have a terrible defense. I just think they've played a lot of bad teams. I mean, them and the Patriots both have played the tankathon schedule. So, but yeah, I mean, somehow again they went from being, in my opinion, the worst team in the NFL to, oh shit, they're like 9th in the playoff. So, it's a must win.
It is a must win, that's for sure. And like you're right, the Dolphins have had a kind of roller coaster season, because at one point we were talking about, oh yeah, go trade for Jalen Waddle. What A-Chain's on the market? Go get A-Chain. Like, I mean, it seemed like they wanted to sell everybody, and then all of a sudden they start rolling off some wins, and they're like right back in the hunt. McDaniel was like getting fired at mid-season. Now that's like still up in the air. It's been a weird season for them. So let's talk about the Ravens game. Offense opens up the playbook a little bit in this one, it seems like. How did you guys feel about Aaron Rodgers slinging the ball around a little bit?
You guys ever heard the term "Jesus take the wheel"?
Yes.
The Steelers went Aaron Rodgers take the wheel. That's how this felt like. I mean, basically, I feel like they kind of abandoned the run. Jalen Warren only had 8 carries. I think Gainwell had 4, KJ 2. It just seemed like it was all about going with your number 1 wide receiver. And I feel like Rodgers, that's why he wanted MVS and he wanted Thielen in there, because he felt like they're gonna know what to do out there to make sure we get the number 1 open. And that's basically what I think happened. Rodgers basically, I think, told them this is what he thinks needs to happen, and they went along with it. But that's just me.
How you, Colin?
I thought Rodgers was great. I mean, couple stats I want to throw out there. He had 0.3 EPA per play, which was his 3rd best game of the season. He had a 62.6 QBR, which is his 2nd best game of the season. 88 flat PFF grade, which is his best of the season. He was actually the 3rd highest graded PFF passer this week, with a minimum of 24 dropbacks behind Matthew Stafford, who is probably going to win the MVP, and Jordan Love, who would be my pick to win the MVP. The biggest thing that for me was he got pressured 11 times and didn't take a single sack. So that's something that, we've all harped on as a fan base and as a group of guys in the podcast world, is like, dude, this guy creates too many pressures of his own and he takes too many sacks. Well, that was the opposite this week. Granted, I thought McCormick, Frazier, and Fautanu all had really good games in pass pro. I thought Dylan Cook was at least solid. But yeah, I think a lot of things are coming together. We've all, as a group been talking about, hey, this pass pro unit is really starting to come together. This kind of, I guess if you want to call it the second half of the season, frankly, I'd say since about the Cincinnati Green Bay games. So we're talking six weeks. I thought they've really come together. But yeah, I think Rodgers felt comfortable, really. So I guess if Jesus take the wheel is the phrase you want to use, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think key too was hitting the deep shot on the opening play of the game. I mean, that set a tone, right? I mean, the Ravens secondary is just so freaking bad. Malachi Starks, really? I really liked Malachi Starks coming into the draft. He's up and down. It seemed like in this game he didn't have a great game. I really liked Nate Wiggins going into that draft class. He's like the only guy I think I would even trust in that secondary right now. Kyle Hamilton's getting moved all over the place. Like, yeah, it's easy to pick him apart because they were playing him deep and like he was covering a lot of ground and making up for a lot of things. And now they're playing the other 2 guys at safety and they're moving him back down in the box, which he is a good player there, but it's just easy to beat him now because he's only in one spot.
Yeah, the Ravens defense is ranked 26th against the pass. So it made sense to attack that for sure. So, but I was just still surprised though by how bad they are, because some of those names on paper you'd think they'd be better than they are. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But hey, it worked for the most part. We'll say that.
It's very strange. They do have such a good roster on paper. They lost Justin Madubuike, or I guess Dami Madubuike now is for some. These guys love to change their names for some fucking reason. So it was Justin Madubuike when he was an absolute superstar, and now it's Ndami Madubuike. Whatever. He got hurt early on. I think they lost. If I'm not mistaken, they lost their middle linebacker Trenton Simpson early on, so that kind of hurt them.
Mhm.
But I'm with Corb here, man, dude. Like, they just have like a pretty good group of guys on paper. Like, and like you said, Kyle Hamilton gets moved all around. Roquan Smith has played multiple games at a high level. I just think it was very strange, just kind of their operational decision making. Like, is Odafe Owe necessarily a game breaking edge rusher? No, but he was their best pass rusher on the team, and they traded him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Van Noy's clearly showing age, and if I'm being honest, I don't even remember who their other edge rushers on the other side.
Mike Green. I think he leads the team with like 3.5 sacks or 2.5 sacks or something like that.
Mike Green, he's been terrible this year. 45, yeah, Mike Green. They drafted him early in the second. Travis Jones is an okay interior guy. He had given Sayamalu a couple fits, but it's just, I don't know. It's very strange because I thought Zachary Orr kind of ran an okay scheme the last couple years after losing Mike McDaniel. Or I guess the year before last year to Seattle, but I don't know. It's very strange. I didn't realize they were ranked 26th in pass, but Marlon Humphrey on the outside is free eats. They got to keep him inside. They lost Shidobi Awuzie, which actually I think he had a pretty damn good coverage grade, early in the year, but I guess they lost him too. It's weird. It's really weird to me.
He played at least a couple snaps in this game. It wasn't much. He did. I saw him play. He was actually the one in coverage on the Calvin Austin play.
Gotcha.
When he was streaking downfield.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. The pass rush isn't getting home.
Well, that's the thing. They just have no pass rush at all.
Yeah, they were terrible. And honestly, like, for the first time, we actually ran some plays that can work against the cover too. You were sending some guys to the middle of the field. It wasn't just DK running downfield by himself. You had multiple guys, and Bob and I highlighted in the war room. You've got to get some guys downfield at least 8 yards against the cover two to drop the linebackers, suck the safeties up to cover up the middle of the field. And it held just enough to let DK run down the sidelines. And it worked.
You saw the pass chart. It actually looked like
a real pass chart. Yeah.
Scattered everywhere, not just down the fucking boundaries. Yeah, like it was nice to see for once.
Yeah. We had a real passing chart in the NFL instead of the Pittsburgh Steelers pass chart from like the last 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. A lot of credit's getting given to the veteran wide receivers, MVS, Adam Thielen. How much difference do you guys feel like they made in this game?
None.
One catch for 4 yards was Thielen?
Yeah. Yes.
The only I can think of is it's back to what Bob said last night, bro, when he said that maybe the guys like Wilson wasn't running the right routes and these guys would be more. I mean, Rodgers made some weird comments, man, about professionalism. They brought an extra layer. Then he caught himself and said, "Oh, but I like Roman and I like Austin." It was like, dude, what are you trying to say here?
Yeah.
And Bob speculated that maybe Wilson was running the wrong routes. Maybe I don't know. I don't. There's something we're missing. I don't know what it is behind closed doors, but there's something that he feels they bring to the table that Roman Wilson doesn't. Did it have that much of an impact? I don't know.
It felt the same though, because it was like, Darnell was getting his targets before he went out. DK getting his. I mean, DK got a lot more targets this game, but the Ravens didn't really, bracket him at all or put a safety over the top of him for most of the plays, which is what I was going to get into. I mean, DK had 4 targets, 20+ yards, by far his most this year. I think he caught 3 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think caught 3 of them.
Yeah, 3
which is what he does. By the way, right? Which is what he does. I mean, this is literally games like this is what's, and this is my bias because he is easily my favorite player on the roster right now. I loved him in Seattle. I loved him at Ole Miss. This is just one of those games where I'm like, yeah, this guy's worth every fucking penny. Every single penny imaginable he is worth. He had he had a second best game on via PFF. That Vikings game, he was just unreal. But he had his most targets in the season by 3, most catches in the year by 2, which is kind of batshit crazy. He's 7 catches is his highest this year. And 12 targets is his most amount of targets in a game. Guys, it's week 14. Right. But yeah, I mean, he had 7 catches for 144 yards, both his highest numbers of the year. So, I mean, this is one of those kind of worth every penny kind of games from him.
For those wondering, Marquez, MVS had 16 snaps, which is 31%. Thielen had 25 snaps, which is 48%. To compare to DK Metcalf had 43 snaps at 83%. So to say that they had this huge impact, yeah, it's kind of a stretch.
Yeah, they didn't. I think it's just a comfortability thing with Rodgers, really. I mean, I don't think it's anything more than that. I mean, what MVS maybe had a target, and then Thielen had
2.
Yeah, and Thielen had 1, which was a catch for 4 yards.
I thought I had it.
I was thinking. I think MVS had 2 because I just watched it before we got on here, and I thought I saw 2 targets for him, and I don't remember a second one for Thielen. Although Thielen was open, and I think it's where Rodgers wanted to go with the ball on the tip, the tip ball where he caught it on his helmet.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was going to Thielen because he was breaking straight down the middle of the field in between the safeties and behind the linebacker.
I got it right here. Thielen had 1 target, 1 reception, 4 yards, and MVS had 1 target and had nothing.
That's okay.
Okay.
I was going to say I thought it was 1 each, but yeah, I mean, two combined targets. It makes no difference. I mean, Freiermuth had 2 catches himself, both
for 9. Yep.
Gimmick catches, and then Washington had 1.
Yeah, it went like this. Metcalf had 12 targets, 7 receptions, 148. Warren, 3 targets, 3 receptions, 49. Calvin Austin had 2 targets, 1 reception for 31 yards. Gainwell had 7 targets for 6 receptions for 27 yards. Then it goes like Skronik, Washington, Freiermuth, Thielen, MVS, Janu Smith, and that's it. So
surely those 2 guys couldn't have changed the Ravens' game plan. I mean, I was so confused watching the game live and back. Why in the world they were not bracketing DK when you've seen the entire NFL do it all the way through now? Why were you not bracketing that guy?
But this has been the Ravens all year, though. They do a bunch of things where people are just scratching their head.
Right. Yeah, I mean, anybody who pays close attention to the Steelers just normally is by default going to pay attention to the Ravens. They're just not a very good defense. I mean, they make a lot of strange decisions. Zach Orr, I texted my group chat this, and it got 4 thumbs ups that he's just a strange defensive mind. There's really no other way to put it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that is. That could be a part of it as well.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's very possible. I don't know. It was weird. It was one of those weird things, and we were still running a lot of our, tight ends all over the place where Aaron doesn't look at either of the 2 tight ends. So that made me question even more why you're not bracketing DK, because he doesn't care about Johnny Smith anymore. He's already done with him. He doesn't look at Freiermuth and hasn't since the beginning of the season. So, like, who the hell are you guarding if you're not guarding DK Metcalf at this point? Right. It's like,
I was worried about. It doesn't make any sense.
I was very confused by the whole thing. Do you guys want to talk about the Roman Wilson thing? You guys already touched on it a little bit. Like, he's a 3rd round pick. I mean, for whatever you want to say about it, he's not a guy you just toss away easily. It's a 3rd round pick. He's got to do more. He's got to be more of a part of the offense, or they're giving up on him. It's what it feels like.
Rodgers keeps throwing out hints, man. He keeps show up to film room, show up to fucking getting more professionalism, an extra layer. There's all kinds of different things that are going on behind closed doors with Roman Wilson. Remember, this is the same kid that last year was a healthy scratch. That's what we got to remember. Like, there was also issues last year where this kid couldn't get a helmet. So whatever it is, it's year 2 with him. Now Rodgers got a hold of him, is just like, what the fuck? And I don't know if we're ever gonna really find out everything. But I'll say this. I think if, say, we win a playoff game, or say things go really well, right? And Rodgers goes, you know what? I am going to run it back. I think Roman Wilson's going to request to be traded, or they just trade him in general. I could really see it happening. And I'm not trying to make that a hot take. I'm really not. But there's a lot going on, I think, behind closed doors, and I don't think Rodgers is a fan at all. He demands you to be perfect out there. And if you're not, he's going to get pissed. I mean, you've seen the way he's acted when Muth doesn't do something or somebody else doesn't do. He gets pissed. And I can just see it now with Roman Wilson. He's tired of it. He, whatever it is that he's doing. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Colin, any thoughts?
I just saw this.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, I just kind of sit back and listen. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. I don't know. I will say, I think, like, towards the end of Rodgers' career, it's really been one of those. I guess, you know, with Rodgers, Jesus, with Rodgers, it's been one of those things, and you got to think about his time in Green Bay as well. He had the same few guys year after year after year. Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams, Donald Driver was there forever.
Yep.
Jermichael Finley was there forever. You know, it was his choice to bring Jimmy Graham. So, like, I feel like with him, it's like, it's just a comfort. Like, I'm going to go back to the comfortability thing. He's just comfortable with MVS. He had him for however many years in Green Bay. He knows he's a seasoned vet. He's buddies with Adam Thielen. I don't think it's really necessarily a Calvin Austin or Roman Wilson issue per se. I think it's just more of maybe they're just not on Rodgers' wavelength. And I said it last week. We're at the point with Rodgers, both with his Steelers tenure and in his career. It's kind of one of those things, like, what he says goes. It's his way or the highway. So I'm not really going to get too worried about it. I think Roman Wilson could be a pretty good receiver. I mean, it's kind of feast or famine with the amount of targets and catches he gets, but he's done fairly well with them.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Austin proved last year he could be a successful wide receiver 2-3, wide receiver 3. I mean, Calvin Austin, 40 catches for 500 yards and multiple touchdowns last year.
Led receivers in touchdowns. Led them.
Yeah.
Right.
More than George Pickens.
Right. So that's why I'm sitting there. That's what I question. It's very strange, but I'm not going to get too much. I think it's definitely a Rodgers thing. Roman's got 2 more years on his contract. I mean, I imagine he'll play next year. Calvin Austin, we'll figure out what we do with him in the offseason. I don't think he'll get re-signed at this point.
Yeah, no,
but he could.
like it.
But he could. Who knows? I really don't. So
it's got to be one of the strangest stories on the team. It's just the way he's been viewed for 2 straight years now. And I didn't want to buy into, like, the whole couldn't understand the playbook thing. Like, that seemed like just a bullshit excuse to me when they had that coming out last year. He gets open too often. It's either he's not where he should be and Rodgers is afraid that he's going to throw it where he thinks he should be and Roman's going to be somewhere else, or it almost maybe a maturity thing. Like, is he just not, like, acting right with an older group? Like, I don't know. It's so strange. I'll say this, though. I don't think there's a chance in hell we cut Roman Wilson next year. And I don't personally think we trade him either. I think they're gonna want to see their 3rd round pick play out his contract.
Yeah, I joked last year, do they got to get him on Rosetta Stone or hooked on phonics, or what the fuck is it going to take to help this guy get the playbook? That they were how many games in and he was a healthy scratch?
he ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think it only if Rodgers comes back that I think there could be an issue. That's the only way I see it.
I mean, if Rodgers comes back, I think you have to give those two a full offseason. And if I'm Roman Wilson, I'm calling Aaron Rodgers every day of the offseason and be like, hey, man, where can we throw? Like, where do you want me to be? Like, I'm going to come throw and catch with you all day. As long as you're going to let me, I'll be there every single day. Because, like, he should want to build some rapport with Rodgers too. So I don't know about the whole film room stuff. I don't know if he was one of them. I don't know who was or who wasn't, if it was just another one of those things that was thrown out there.
Said it. And that was aimed at somebody.
Somebody was definitely in the crosshairs of that comment. So if Roman was the guy, that should be your wake-up call because you just got benched. I don't know if it's him or if he was maybe Jonnu Smith because he, did the check in the middle of that game and Johnny ran the wrong route. Somebody definitely is in the crosshairs.
I just think it's too convenient. First, it's show up to the film room. Then the very next game, he's not playing. Yeah. And then he makes the comment about extra layer of professionalism. But I love Roman and I love Calvin. What the fuck? Like, dude, yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to think about it, guys. When Roman did get in there, then he had that costly fumble. That was like, what, 4 or 5 games ago where he had that fumble. He tried to leap over. I mean, like, goddamn, dude, you're already in the doghouse. Then you do that too. Like, I don't know.
I still think there's a place on the team for Roman. It's just whatever is going on, he needs to figure it out.
He gets open. Like, the film don't lie. He gets open. Like,
and I've liked his. I think his route running has improved throughout the season too. I think he's gotten better as a route runner, which is encouraging. I don't know.
Dude,
we'll see.
I was bitching when he didn't get a hat Sunday.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
so
what the fuck are you doing? I was mad about it.
You saw me. I got thrown completely the fuck off my film room as Vaughn put it in the chat. I was like, I basically shut down. I'm like, what are we doing? I completely lost it. Somber, what's up, buddy? So, all right, run game can't get going. Our run game is literally non-existent. Corb, you pointed out the 8 carries for Jaylen Warren in this one. This is a big issue. Even if Aaron continues to open the offense up in the pass game, at some point you have to win games by running the football. How concerned are you guys?
Sorry, I don't know. I think it's just a lack of rushing attempts. I just think I don't think they're sticking with it enough. I think they might just be trying to get a little too cute, and that's where, again, Trent, like I said last week, buddy, it goes back to Aaron doing Aaron's thing. So I'll throw these out there for you. Pittsburgh is 27th in attempts, 28th in yards per carry, 29th in yards per game. Now, PFF isn't gospel. They are 10th as a collective in run blocking. So across their entire team, from a run blocking grade perspective, they are 10th. They are 9th in rush EPA per play, or rush EPA per attempt. So 9th, top 10 in expected points added. They are 10th in run blocking grade as a collective. And they are 10th in rush success rate. But they're 27th in attempts, 28th in yards per carry, and 29th in yards per game. Well, the yards per game and attempts goes hand in hand. Yards per carry has a lot to do with the gimmick runs, I think. Mm-hmm. And what's even stranger to me is that they're 18th in dropback EPA and 21st in dropback success rate. So I'm just going to say it again. I don't think they run the ball enough. I just think that it's one of two things. Either Rodgers is trying to get too cute, or they don't have enough confidence in the horses to run the ball. But that's it. It's only one of those two things. It is not a lack of success doing it. I mean, they're 10th in success rate. And think of the teams that all they do is just pound the rock. I mean, Kyle Shanahan, Ben Johnson, Shane Steichen, Matt LaFleur. If you asked them, they'd run the ball 45 times a game. The Detroit Lions run the ball 100 times a game. The Falcons love running the ball. Frankly, the Seahawks love running the ball, even though they suck at it. So, again, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, guys. 27th in attempts and 10th in success rate. That doesn't add up. So,
No,
I think
Colin,
they're abandoning it. I think they're just being too cute. I don't know, but it's one of those two things.
I was literally going to say the same thing. The last 3 games, Warren's had 10 or less attempts. He hasn't had more than 10 attempts since the Bengals game. The Bengals game
Right.
had 18 attempts. But since then, it's 10 or less for him, 8 or less for Gainwell. And they somehow sprinkle KJ in there for a couple carries.
Yeah.
But like literally, I don't know if there's something with like Warren's knee and they're trying to give him less reps. I don't know what it is, but like Colin's right. They have literally abandoned the run. They're not going to it that much at all since the Bengals game. Just completely abandoned it.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because I think another thing about running the football is the success running the football comes later in the game through attrition of the defense. I mean, it's always been a case. The more the offensive line leans on the defensive line, the more you open up the run game. How many times we've seen the Steelers defense hold up in the first half and then just get destroyed in the second half because the teams are just running. And then all of a sudden it opens up and the floodgates just are wide open. And we're refusing to do that. So I don't know if this is an Arthur Smith issue, but he's a guy who's historically loved running the football, which it would be weird if it's him. Is it an Aaron Rodgers thing? Is it because he's playing out of the gun more right now and we're just not very good? We aren't very good at running out of the gun. I'll say that much. But like Jaylen Warren, we've been pitching all year about Jaylen Warren's carries. Like it's starting to fucking get annoying.
The thing about the Steelers, and I don't know if I want to say Arthur Smith or Tomlin or whatever, when something works, they lean on that way too often. Like they do it until like they've been figured out and it's not working anymore. They do it. They wait till it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They become so predictable, and that's their problem. Like if something works, great. But that doesn't mean try it 5-6 games straight. You know what I'm saying? Like with the whole jumbo and all that. Then they tried to make that be their fucking, battle cry, if you will.
Identity.
Every fucking game. So then like it became so obvious. And now, now it's starting to, now we're banning it because something worked against the fucking Bengals or something. So now we're going to go that route until that's so predictable. You know what the fuck they're going to do. It's just what makes teams, a lot of teams that have been successful over the past, we'll say 3-4 years, is the fact that they change it up so often. They are so unpredictable. Or they know how to change it up once they see what look the defense is giving them. The Steelers have not been that way. I can't even remember, to be honest. And that's a problem that I see.
Well, they like piggybacking off of you, Corb, is like they're just too predictable with when they run the ball.
Yep.
It's like, they have 3 tight ends and Spencer Anderson. I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do.
Romo called them out in the game Sunday.
Right. Like
He called them out, literally.
I wish that they would just, I don't know, run it out of 11 personnel once in a while. Whether you're in the gun or
off the field. They took Metcalf off the field.
Right.
And like you said, had 3 tight ends out there. It was like, gee,
and it's
I wonder what they're doing.
Right. And it's like when a defense sees no Metcalf, when they see Benny Skoranek, Spencer Anderson, 3 tight ends, what do you think it's going to be? You think they're just going to run a play action pass with Spencer Anderson running a fucking deep out?
Right.
Like, it's that to me is what's strange. And frankly, predictability is a part of it too. Like, they just do it at the worst times. You know what they need to start doing is more pass sets out of that jumbo. Not jumbo with Spencer Anderson, let's be clear.
Yeah.
But more pass sets out of that jumbo with the 3 tight ends. I'm sure you could find a way to get Darnell, Freiermuth, or Jonnu the ball.
Right.
And then DK as the X receiver. Or frankly, if Spencer Anderson's in, I mean, you could do a 3-man route combination. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said a second ago, like I'd love to see them run more out of 10, 11, 12 personnel. I mean, they're never in 10, let's be clear. But I'd like to see them run more out of it. I think the less predictable it is, the better the success rate.
Correct. Yeah.
Does anybody know what our best rushing game of the season was? Was it New England?
I can't even remember, to be honest with you.
I thought it was the first Bengals game. Well, didn't the rush game we lost, but didn't
that might have been it. That might have been it.
I'm trying to remember because Aaron had a good game too. I'm trying to remember if I'm getting it mixed up.
Well, and I think I mean the offense is right now we're 20th in third down conversion percentage, and I think a part of that is abandoning the run. The easiest possible way to get 3 yards. Run the ball. Run the ball. Like literally the easiest way to get 3 yards is run the ball. And they love, and I think this is where it comes down to Aaron, is they love like those extensions out of the run game. Like those little rollout passes to Darnell and to DK and to whomever. And or like the Kenneth Gainwell, just quick throws behind the line of scrimmage that don't always make a lot of sense. I think they're more worried about using extensions of the run game as opposed to simply just run the ball. Like well, the Vaughn.
You want that one?
Well, yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, buddy, but the toss is an Arthur Smith staple. Because, like whomever said earlier, that Prime Henry, that's just an Arthur Smith staple. He's never going to stop doing it.
But see, the problem with that is the personnel they use on the toss. It works if you got the right fucking personnel out there.
It does. It has.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's very weird. I don't know what else to say other than it's just very weird.
You stick like Calvin Austin out there and fucking
Oh God.
Who else? But that's what they do. They stick out. The player personnel they choose to do that play with is just idiotic.
I mean, Roman blocks hard too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
It's odd.
I feel like we need to start spreading teams out and start running the ball out of the 11 personnel formations more, because we can have a lot of success with that, because we are definitely giving away every run play. You can guarantee every single run play at this point, Jumbo's on the field and Spencer Anderson's coming in motion. And guess where the ball's going? Right behind Spencer Anderson. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's every single time. Or if Darnell Washington, if Darnell Washington comes in motion, guess where the play is going? Right behind Darnell Washington. Like, they are definitely giving away absolutely everything that they do. Like, and if you're going to play with these bigger receivers, guess what? They can all block now. So get in 11 personnel and start running the football. Spread teams out. We have to get away from this shit.
Counting practice squad, they've got like 9 wide receivers on the team, but never do 11 personnel. Why? Why have that many then? Like, it's just stupid.
I don't know. I feel like we went on a tangent on that one for a little bit there.
Sometimes
defense,
I get it out.
Yeah, no. Defense was still on the field a ton in this game. I'll be honest with you. I liked, from the edge perspective, I liked the way that the run defense was set up from the edges. TJ and Alex were crashing down. Herbig was as well when he was coming. They were definitely keying on Derrick Henry, which we had success with in the first game last season and went away from in the 2 where he just absolutely went off. So I like the fact they kind of looked like they went back to that. But, man, the interior looked pretty bad. What did you guys think about the defense being on the field all game?
Go, Colin.
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, guys, and I say this like fairly often. the biggest problem with the defense is it's not, you know, it's not like the personnel. It's not only just the personnel and the scheme. So the offense is last in time of possession. Do the math, guys. That means we are last in defensive time of possession as well. So offensive time of possession is 26:58, lowest in the NFL. So the defensive time of possession is 33:02, 33 minutes and 2 seconds a game, which leads the league. We also lead the league in most defensive plays by actually a pretty decent margin. It doesn't matter if you have the 2000 Ravens defense. If you are on the field as often as they are, and that goes back to my 20th and third down conversion percentage.
Yep.
That number, if we were 15th, if we were 12th, if we were top 10, it'd be a different conversation. The problem is we can't convert on third downs. We have a low success rate on early downs, and therefore the defense leads the league in both time of possessions and plays on defense. Okay, so that I think it's schematic. It's scheme proof. It's scheme proof. You could be the current Texans or the Broncos defense. If you're on the field 33 minutes a game on defense, like you said, attrition. It's going to set in. So, again, that's it for me. I'm good. I got nothing.
literally said this on Twitter and had some jagoff fucking tell me, like, just stop making excuses. And I'm like, it's not excuses, dude. It's just facts. If your defense is out there 3/4 of the game, they're going to wear down in the game and along the season. They're just going to wear down. Like Colin said, it doesn't matter. They're going to be wore down. It happened last year. That defense last year wore down. It was also a big reason why the 0-5 at the very end. Yes. But this defense, they've been dealing with some injuries. So that was one thing. I wanted to give Queen some credit for playing through because he's really banged up. Yeah. So he wasn't 100% played through.
He played pretty well too, considering.
Holcomb led the team in tackles. Holcomb.
Off the bench.
Off the bench. That's pretty awesome. He stepped up pretty good. Pierre and Eccles, like incredible that those guys are playing like they are. I'm okay. The defense didn't do well against the run. I think they gave up 217 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they did fine against Lamar. But Lamar is not the same either. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. I don't know if it's the injuries. What it is, but he's not the same guy either. But they bend a lot, but they didn't break as much either. Had some calls go our way too.
Sure.
So it's one of those things. The defense, it still is a weakness. They figured out maybe a couple things, but they got to get Harmon and Duger back. If you want to take, again, the Ravens are not that good of a team. You are not going to beat these better teams in the playoffs unless you've got your guys like Harmon and Duger out there. It's not going to happen. So, and look, I don't want to be so negative and all the other stuff and have all these pussies fucking crying and shit. But but it's reality. Like, I don't know what to tell everybody. Like, when we face the legit teams, you're going to see a difference. And that's the thing.
I'll tell you this, watching this team with Derek Harmon and watching the team without Derek Harmon, they're a whole different team. A whole different team. I think we're giving up 194 yards a game when Derek Harmon does not play, giving up about 96 when he does rushing.
That is
just rushing.
That is gross, dude.
It's almost a 100-yard difference, which is insane. That alone tells me that kid's worth every bit of the first-round draft pick that we spent on him. Just that one stat. Yeah. I mean, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you keep them from sustaining drives through running the ball down your throat, it could have made Lamar more of a passing quarterback in this game because Derrick Henry doesn't have the ability to play as well as he did. And Lamar struggled a lot.
Yeah.
He struggled a lot in this game. But you need the run defense to step up first. I mean, that's key. Every single week, you have to stop the run and force teams to get one-dimensional. And the games that we're losing, we're not doing those things. We should have lost this game by all rights. Statistically, we should have lost. It's a loss 9 out of 10 times when you look at the stats. It's a miracle that we pulled this thing out. It was just a bunch of deep shots that kept us in the game. That's what it was. DK Metcalf.
In the basic, like, it's weird because the basic, like, I don't want to say fantasy stats, but like the stats that kind of pop out to the casual fan. I mean, we're 7th in sacks. We're tied for 2nd in turnovers. I mean, it just comes down to the time of possession. And I did want to throw a couple things out there because I did the same thing on offense. We are 13th in dropback EPA. We are 14th in dropback success rate. And frankly, for the lack of money and the compiling injuries we've had in the secondary this year, it's pretty good. 13th in dropback EPA, 14th in success rate. Problem is, we're 24th in rush EPA, or 27th in rush EPA, and 24th in rush success rate. And I know, again, I'll say it again, PFF isn't gospel, but from a tackling grading perspective, we're 23rd. So that's what it's going to come down to. And as much as I like these guys, has Patrick Queen been a good tackler? No.
No.
Has Peyton Wilson? No.
No.
Has TJ Watt? No. Has Cole Holcomb really? Kinda. Has Malik Harrison? God, no. Has Keanu Benton? Absolutely not. Has Derek Harmon? Not really. I mean, the only good tacklers we have on this team right now are Jalen Ramsey and Cam Hayward. And that's also, guess who we haven't seen really all year? Who's a really fucking good tackler, who got paid a lot of money this offseason? Deshaun Elliott.
Yeah.
So
True.
It's
good point.
Yeah. So I think the reason I wanted to throw those out there, I think there's a lot of the fan base right now, and I'm sure you guys can attest to it, are throwing a lot of shade at the coverage scheme that Terrell Austin's got going, or overall, you know, how bad we are against the pass. I don't think that's the case. I just think we're bottom 5 against the run, and that's going to play a huge part in the time of possession.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I absolutely agree. The tackling's been terrible since before I can remember.
And it's because they go for the big hit, or they're trying to knock the ball out instead of just getting back to the basics of just hit stick the guy, tackle him. Jesus.
Wrap
That's
him
the
up.
thing that kills a team. Hit and wrap. Yep.
Yeah. I think one thing, though, you brought up the secondary. It feels like the secondary is pretty well fixed at this point. Brandon Eccles playing fucking phenomenal football. JPJ, I think he's playing phenomenal football. And Pierre,
come on, phenomenal.
The penalties is killer.
That's it. That's it. I mean, what's he giving up right now? He's not giving up hardly anything a game catch wise. He's not giving up any yards.
But
he's locking down. He's locking down.
But I'm just saying, like, the penalties, it's killer, man. Like,
I thought one of them was complete bullshit. I thought the one call where he was in the lane and he has a right to his spot.
It's a reputation now. They're watching him like a hawk.
Yeah. Pierre's playing phenomenal. He has another pick in this game. Like
Pierre, dude, what is this? Year 6 for that kid?
It is.
Like, what the fuck? Like, did it really just click? Like, you're telling me that it just clicked?
I don't know. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen him on. He went from the guy that you were like, please God, don't let him ever step on the field in any meaningful snaps, to like, this is our lockdown secondary with James Pierre. Like, what the hell happened?
15 weeks ago, I was like, they cut Beanie Bishop, let's riot. And
yes.
Now, I'm like, Beanie? Who? Like, dude, like, holy shit.
Yeah, and our safety group with with Duggar and Ramsey's been really good too. I mean,
Yeah.
we actually have a pretty damn rock solid like secondary, like especially in nickel. Like I'm very confident in
nickel.
in JPJ, James Pierre, Brandon Eccles, Jalen Ramsey, and Kyle Duggar.
Yeah.
I thought Chuck Clark was going to be a lot more of a disaster, but
only saw
he's had his moments.
He had his moments, obviously.
This game.
Yeah.
Well, I meant specifically this game.
This game he didn't.
A couple where he got picked on, really.
For me, that's why it was very strange that we chose him over Thornhill. I probably would have rather have cut Clark over Thornhill, but Clark plays a lot more special teams, so that was probably a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And they both were just bad. So
we saw a decent amount of pepper snaps too.
We did.
I was going to bring him up. Like, did you guys? I don't think I really saw him get picked on too much.
He didn't really do much.
No, there was one play. I think he got a little over aggressive on. I think it was the Zay Flowers ball that got. It was kind of like it was like almost like a. Jackson started moving around the pocket. I think the secondary kind of lost track of the zones they were in, and I think Flowers snuck behind him at one point. He and JPJ were in similar areas, so I'm not exactly sure who lost their ground there. But other than that, he played pretty well. And they moved him around a good bit in this one, too. He played down in the box a little bit. He played deep safety. He played in the 2 high safety looks. Like, I thought he did pretty well for a guy we haven't really seen much of.
They were rotating Adamio and Lee out there a lot, too, on the D-line.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at different things. Yeah.
We need Harmon back, or we need to go.
We need to grab somebody.
We need to grab somebody in free agency.
Who's the crazy guy that got cut because of something happened, and apparently he's a good run stopping guy.
Christian Wilkins. He'll never play again. I mean, I would, but he'll never play again. Okay. He's got some weird. He must have been batshit crazy.
Yeah,
dude, because he was a good ball player, right? I mean, he
was good.
He was a good player.
And they're just like, see ya.
I mean, he got a big contract there.
Contract, yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to get him out as fast as they possibly could. I hope we find out about that soon. I always like in the back of my head wonder he was so good.
That's got to be a 30 for 30 series coming at some point.
I think
that's the thing. There's becoming too many of those damn 30 for 30s.
Yeah.
It's saturated now.
Yes, saturated. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Do you guys have anything else from this game before we move on? Anything we didn't cover?
DK's one Apollo of a man. That is an Apollo of a man.
Colin, I'd hate to see what happens if you see him in a restaurant somewhere. Hide his wife. Colin is coming.
Yeah. I was going to say, start the conversation off with no homo, but I love you.
That's probably along the lines of how it would go. I'd be like, oh my God, Apollo. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh God! All right, so let's get to some AFC North talk. So we're in the driver's seat of the division. What do you think? We got to win 3 games the rest of the way out to seal this thing up.
So the Ravens got at Bengals, then they're home against the Pats, then they're at Packers, at Steelers.
Yeah. Okay.
Colin gets on the same bus as
that guy, hey, drop your Twitter. Tell that guy to drop his Twitter.
Anyways, so what I'm hoping is that the Ravens go 0-3 before they face us, so that we don't even got to stress out over the game. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're gonna lose 2 of those.
That's what I'm hoping, and we go.
It's pretty much a guarantee.
I'm hoping we go 2-1 into that Ravens game, and they go 0-3. That way, we don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, they're gonna
They already lost the Bengals at home, so we know Burrow's going to throw on them again.
Burrow's going to walk them down. Jordan Love is.
I would think the Pats pick on them.
I'd be
Packers-
terrified of what Jordan Love's going to do to
Guys,
them.
Packers is going to be ugly. If all their receivers are healthy,
They're getting healthy at the right time of year.
oh my
They
God.
are.
Dude. They are ridiculous. As soon as his wide receivers came back. So I really think there's a chance they could go 0-3 before they face the Steelers. And I'm really hoping that's what happens. We just need the Steelers to win the games they should fucking win.
Yeah.
And
Miami and Cleveland.
I stress that. And, dude, that's like these fucking idiots that are just like, oh, where's all the Tomlin haters? Bro, is this your first fucking time with this team? Like, dude, we could easily fuck this up and lose to the Dolphins. We could easily fuck this up and lose at Cleveland. Like, dude, shut up. These people, man. Like, I think we've lost to Cleveland at Cleveland 2 years in a row now, right?
Yeah.
3? Okay,
Yeah.
3. That makes my point more. Like, where does anybody get that this is just going to be some easy thing? We're just going to beat all these teams. No. I think the Lions are going to kill us.
Oh, that's going to be a
Honestly.
terrible game.
I get it that they have been playing good ball lately. Like, I get that. But that team's the kind of team where I just feel like they're going to pick on us a little bit. That's what it feels like.
Jameer
And
Gibbs and that offensive line is going to look really good
Yeah.
against our
So
defensive line.
I am just praying we go 2-1. Ravens go 0-3. And we
You
don't
got to
gotta worry
remember,
about the last game.
You got to remember Rodgers against his division.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see him against the Bears. That might have been a difference maker.
Yep. The only reason we lost
I'd like
the
to
Packers
think.
because the Packers are just that good.
Mm.
If Rodgers would have played against the Bears, I'm 100% confident we won that game. And he already beat Minnesota, so
Yeah. Look, I hope you're right. I would love for the Steelers to run the table, but I know how they are. So
if I'm not
Right.
mistaken, I think I saw a stat. Rodgers is still undefeated against the Ravens after that win.
really,
Interesting.
I don't think he's
That
ever
is
lost to
interesting.
Baltimore.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, we saw some more passing in this game. Do you think we continue to see Rodgers go a little more downfield the rest of the season?
Definitely against Miami.
Yeah, I could see that.
Definitely against Miami. Definitely against Detroit.
Miami's secondary is so bad. Like, yeah,
Except Minka.
I was going to ask: does Minka get a
he's the
does Minka get a
entire
pick?
secondary.
Minka come up with a pick in that game? A little bit of
hope.
revenge.
I hope.
Maybe.
I hope.
I don't know. He's almost got to do too much, just like he had to with us. So he's their last line of defense, just like he was with us.
He really
So-
is.
He's had a
Poor guy.
monster year. He's had a monster year.
Isn't he top? He's top in tackles, isn't he like top 3, top 5? Something like that?
He's way up there in a lot of stats for say. He's been really good this year. He's been really good.
I'm really glad we traded a safety for a safety.
And
Well, don't forget
defensive
don't forget about the tight end that we don't use.
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
I
The
can't remember.
tight end we shouldn't use.
The guy that what do you have? He had 1 target for 0 yards on Sunday.
Yes.
Dude, I think has he not won back-to-back games without a catch?
Yeah.
I
I thought we got him a screen pass at one point. Not
We
last
might
game, but
have.
the game before.
Maybe.
All right. Now you've
Maybe.
piqued my interest. I got to check against the Bills. Let's go. All right, and he had 2 targets, 1 reception for 6 yards. That was that screen you're talking about.
That's what I thought.
What do you
We
have against
got him.
Chicago? What do you have against Chicago?
Okay, let me go back.
I don't even know
Chicago.
if he had a catch against Chicago.
It might
I
have
don't
been
remember.
Chicago. He didn't have a catch either.
All right, 1 second. I'm almost there.
Could have been another screen pass. Who knows?
He had 3 targets, 3 receptions for 21 yards.
Oh damn! It's the game of the season for him.
Literally.
It's a game. It was a game of his life in Pittsburgh.
The better question is, when's the last time he scored a touchdown?
Good God. Well, was it that rushing touchdown he had?
Week 1.
It's been a minute, guys.
Yeah.
He had that pop pass against the Jets week 1. That was
Yeah.
No, he did have one against Cincy.
Did he?
At home against Cincy. Yes, he did. That
Okay.
play where Rodgers rolled out and like had to throw it across his body. Yeah.
I'm going to it right now.
Oh, good Lord.
He was 0 for 2 against Cincy. At Pittsburgh, he was 0 for 2. How about Bengals?
That was Connor Hayward.
What if it? Let's see here.
The pass across his body wasn't that
It was at Bengals. It was at Bengals.
at Bengals?
Yeah.
Connor Hayward was the Browns one.
Yeah, that was one.
He actually had 6 targets, 3 receptions for 28 yards and a touchdown. That's his game of the season.
Game of his life.
Yeah.
Remember the Jets game when he had like 6 catches for like 19 yards?
Yeah. Screen pass left, screen pass right.
Great trade. Great trade.
Oh, God. Do you guys think the defense can get it together for the rest of the season?
If they get healthy.
It hinges on Derek Carman. It's crazy to say a first-round rookie, how your freaking defense's season could hinge on one guy, but it really does hinge on one guy.
Well, see, they also got lucky. No one knew that Pierre was going to be this guy. No one knew that Eccles was going to be this good. They got it right when they moved Ramsey to safety.
They did.
But no one predicted who's our corners right now. That was never. I mean, you go way back. It was supposed to be Slay, JPJ, and Ramsey with what? Thornhill and Clark originally?
Yeah.
Right? And look what it's.
Well, Deshaun Elliott.
I'm sorry, Deshaun Elliott. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now look what this thing has turned into. I mean, Ramsey is now officially just a safety.
Yep.
They went and got Kyle Duggar, which was a great ad. I never would have thought he was going to be our playmaker.
No.
You know, it's crazy. So, and then now having Eccles and Pierre play as good as they are, I got to be honest, I'm still waiting for Pierre to get exposed, and it's just not happening. And it's a great thing. And I'm happy. Trust me, I'm very happy. But they've kind of gotten lucky. Now,
for sure,
the injuries is what's starting to hurt them. If they get Duggar back and they get Harmon, they have to get Harmon back. Number one, you're right. It's Harmon. You have to get him back.
Yeah.
When you said 194 yards on the ground without him,
yeah,
average. That is insane. That is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. That is coaching malpractice, if you want me to be honest. Like,
yep.
Wow. But no, you get him and Duggar back. They stay healthy. They're going to be okay.
Is it crazy to think that Brandon Eccles is playing the slot better than Jalen Ramsey was?
No, I
think it's a legitimate.
I think it's a legitimate thing to ask.
He's played fantastic.
I think Ramsey is where he needs to be now. If you want me to be nice about it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I mean, you saw what happened to him on an island.
Yeah.
Not great.
He just doesn't have the athletic upside to play slot or outside anymore.
Yeah. So
it's a good way to extend his career. Charles Woodson, like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's still a big hitter. I mean, he still brings some intimidation factor, and he gets to be the big hitter, I think, more in that safety role than what he was as a corner.
Yeah. So, they just got to get healthy, man. But I don't like what I saw with Hayward. What was it I saw? Hayward's had played every snap or something this past game.
He played a ton. I don't think he had 100% of the snaps. I had it up. I don't think it was 100%, but it was.
Came out and it wasn't good. He's playing way too much.
He's been playing a lot.
That's the part that scares me.
He had.
Yeah, I'm loading it too.
Where's Cam? Cam was on the field 79% of the snaps. Yeah, 63 total snaps.
Yep. God, I saw something though. It was.
I mean, getting him at 80, 85, 88% of the snaps on the field at his age is a terrible thing. It's a terrible idea.
I hope he can hang in there, because by the time we get to the playoffs, that again, talking about them being on the field too much.
Yeah.
These older guys, tough.
Yeah. He needs to be healthy for the playoff.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm hoping the Ravens go 0-3 into that game against us? If we haven't healed, let guys heal. Fuck it. That's the way I look at it. And Tomlin's going to look at it that way.
Yeah.
He's going to let those older guys sit. He ain't going to play them.
Yep, for sure.
I'm okay with it, though, because if you have won the division, you've got a home game, you let these guys heal up, it's their best chance at winning. Do not risk any of your important guys, like the guys that can't get hurt, like a Harmon. Like, if it's that bad on the ground, do not play that man if you don't need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. And I know he's a rookie, and I know he's young, but I don't give a fuck. If he's got that many injuries already, but he's that important to your run stopping,
yeah,
fuck that.
You got to get him off the field.
Hayward, I'm just saying, like, these older guys, TJ, yeah, no fucking way.
Yeah, TJ, Alex, Queen. I mean, you're probably going to see all of them.
Queen could really use a break. That dude's playing with a shattered hip or something. I think I heard on another podcast, his hip is like fucked.
Yeah.
He joked he's playing with one leg. It's like, Jesus Christ.
He's hurt.
Yeah. He's definitely banged up.
So.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't have anything else. Did you guys have anything else?
No. I think that's it for me.
I think that's it. All right, well. On to Miami. Hopefully they can take care of a game they should win. And we can stay at top of the division and talk about it for another week.
Got to stop a chain. Period.
Oh, he's definitely the key to that whole thing. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you being on. Appreciate we seeing you, Colin. Stay away from DK in the restaurants, okay? We don't need restraining orders, okay?
Relax.
Till next time, chat. You guys are awesome as usual. As always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, have a good.
Well, take care, man. Gotta get back.
Sure. Take it easy, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you will.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
I don't know about you, but I take comfort in that.